According to a June 2026 Northwestern Mutual survey, the average American believes they need $1.46 million to retire, and still plans to work until 65. But a 2026 cohort tracked by 24/7 Wall Saint is effectively retiring at age 47 on just $2,800 a month. They aren't scraping by. They are living in affordable luxury hubs that the mainstream media is only just starting to notice. The traditional retirement narrative is being rewritten in real time. According to a June 6, 2026 report from 24/7 Wall Saint, the mainstream goal is now retiring to the beaches of Costa Rica at age 59. While that's an improvement over the age 65 default, it's still too slow for a nomad earning between $50,000 and $150,000. By leveraging geo-arbitrage, you can pull that timeline forward by over a decade. The secret isn't just spending less, it's the math of the safe withdrawal rate, SWR. In a high-cost city like New York or London, a $2,800 monthly budget barely covers a studio apartment. But in a hand-picked nomad hub, that same $2,800 covers a full luxury lifestyle. Meaning your FI number drops from $1.2 million to just $840,000 based on the 4% rule. Unlike 2025, when many were just slow traveling, the 2026 cohort is using the International Living Annual Global Retirement Index to identify jurisdictions that offer the best combination of safety, infrastructure, and purchasing power leverage for employees. We are looking for the Goldilocks zone: high-speed fiber, political stability, and a territorial tax system that doesn't eat your gains. Costa Rica is the primary candidate for the $2,800 retirement play in 2026, and for one specific reason: its territorial tax system for Kifon. Under this regime, the country only taxes income earned within its borders. For a retiree living off US-based dividends, Costa Rica will not tax that income at all, because it originates entirely outside the country. That is a genuine and powerful benefit. However, it is critical to understand that these are two separate realities. Costa Rica ignores your foreign dividends. The IRS does not. U.S. citizens remain subject to worldwide taxation on dividends, interest, and capital gains regardless of physical presence. No visa or residency status changes that federal obligation. What the territorial system gives you is the elimination of a second tax layer, not the first. This is still a massive structural edge over the single premium immediate annuity strategies discussed by 24/7 Wall Saint, which often target 73-year-olds needing fixed monthly payments to handle sequence risk for bursts. For those generating earned income, freelance contracts, remote employment, the picture brightens further. By spending at least 183 days in Costa Rica and meeting the physical presence test, you may qualify for the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion, FEIE, which, as of 2024, allowed Americans to exclude up to $126,500 of wages and self-employment income, a figure that has only climbed heading into 2027, 6-7. The FEIE applies to earned income only, not to your investment portfolio, but stacked with Costa Rica's territorial system, it creates a genuinely powerful two-layer tax minimization structure. In June 2026, MSN highlighted 10 countries where affordable luxury is still a reality for those with a $2,800 budget. EOKs. We aren't talking about budget living. We're talking about serviced apartments, daily housekeeping, and world-class dining. The key to this lifestyle is understanding that housing, labor, and fresh food are significantly cheaper in these hubs, while your income remains pegged to a high purchasing power currency, like USD or EUR. According to the International Living Annual Global Retirement Index 2026, Costa Rica and Malaysia consistently rank as top destinations for those seeking high-quality infrastructure without the Western price tag, with Escazú specifically noted for its combination of safety, fiber connectivity, and modern private healthcare access. Numbio's cost of living data for Escazú confirms that restaurant meals average 70% below Miami prices, and monthly grocery costs run approximately $280 for a single person. 3. For $200 a month in a hub like Escazú or Santa Teresa, you can secure a modern villa that would cost $6,000 in Miami. Allocate $200 for international health coverage, and you still have $400 for high-velocity living and reinvesting. A number that, in these hubs, genuinely feels like abundance. Unlike the default mode of settling for a high-rent city, you are ruthlessly optimizing around a deliberate life, as Paula Pant often describes on the Afford Anything podcast. 3. The biggest mistake nomads make is assuming that moving abroad automatically makes them tax-free. According to the IRS, U.S. citizens are subject to worldwide taxation, regardless of where they live. C. To legally minimize your earned income rate, you must strictly follow the 183-day rule, or the physical presence test. staying outside the U.S. for 330 full days, to 13. In 2026, many countries are also tightening their own definitions of residency. You must ensure your abode is truly foreign and that you aren't maintaining closer economic ties to your home country, 14. Failure to document this correctly can lead to a $10,000 non-filing penalty, even if you owe $0 in actual tax, in 50 phones. This is why securing a legitimate digital nomad visa is critical before you touch a single brokerage application. These visas, now offered by over 50 countries, provide the legal anchor you need for your Wise or Revolut KYC checks, INR 911. Without a verifiable residential address in a foreign country, your banking rails can be cut off without warning, leaving your 47-year-old retirement plans in a state of account-restricted limbo. The legal foundation must come first, and the sections that follow only work if this one is airtight. With your legal residency anchor established, your capital needs to stay mobile and protected from the banking purge we've seen over the last year. Traditional retail banks are increasingly hostile to nomads without a domestic utility bill. This is why Interactive Brokers, IBKR, has become the fortress account for the sophisticated nomad. IBKR is often the only brokerage that won't close your account when you change your tax residency to a country like Costa Rica or Thailand. Heading into 2027, your portfolio should be centered on globally accessible ETFs like VWCE or VUSE, Lentin. These funds let you capture global market growth while avoiding the PFIC tax trap. Passive foreign investment company, rules that impose punitive U.S. tax treatment on gains held inside offshore domiciled funds. A 2024 Morningstar analysis of non-correlated portfolio allocations found that a 5 to 10% slice in alternative assets can reduce sequence of returns risk without materially compressing long-term compound growth. 12. By 2027, your retirement isn't about a gold watch. It's about having a multi-currency brokerage stack that yields enough to cover your $2,800 burn rate anywhere in the world. As we move toward 2027, the entry window on this arbitrage is beginning to narrow. Here is your concrete action checklist to lock in the structure before the market catches up. Step 1. Apply for Costa Rica's Rentista visa. You need documented proof of $500 per month in passive income, dividends, rental income, or a pension all qualify. Processing typically runs 6 to 8 weeks, so file early. Step 2. Open your Interactive Brokers account and update your registered tax residency to Costa Rica once your visa is approved. This is the legal sequence. Do not attempt to open the account under a foreign address before the visa clears. Step 3. File Form 2555, the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion, by April 15th after your first full calendar year abroad. Miss the filing deadline and you permanently forfeit up to $126,500 in exclusions for that tax year. The window to lock in these rates will begin to close by mid-2027. The hubs gaining momentum in 2026 are already drawing a second wave of remote workers, and local inflation is beginning to erode the cost gaps that made them extraordinary. The $200 international health insurance line in your $2,800 budget will face stricter visa requirements as these countries formalize their digital nomad programs. 17. The cost is manageable now. It will not be once institutional demand arrives. The goal is clear: establish your residency anchor today, before the arbitrage window narrows. Retiring at 47 on $2,800 a month isn't a fantasy. It's a calculated result of geo-arbitrage and territorial tax planning. You now have the data and the 3-step checklist to decide if Costa Rica is your next move. If you're ready to stop settling for the default mode and start optimizing your FIRE timeline, subscribe. We break down a new nomad finance strategy every week. Next video: 7 territorial tax countries where your remote income stays 100% untaxed heading into 2027.